a lot of people who I have seen in college, my seniors, my juniors, they've always wanted to be filmmakers, but then they don't make movies. So, and I really believe that until you make something, you never know if you actually can do it. And maybe while making it, you might realize you don't like it so much, or you like something else. The whole thing is to not, the eventual goal is not have to call them women cinematographers or women directors. Yeah, it's just to, they're cinematographers, they're directors. It's to get it to that level where it's equal, where it's on merit and not on gender of any kind, or any other division, be it, because for example there's something that's very overlooked in the industry, in every industry, is this very unfortunate division based on caste, where there aren't a lot of uh, members at higher positions from people who are from the uh, lower caste in society, just because they haven't gotten the opportunity to, and because they have been subdued. So this is something of a personal goal also, where when I am in that position of power where I can encourage and when I can empower, I would love for to tell stories, to empower people of that community or those communities to say their stories the way they want to, so that they get their due representation as a part of the crew, as a part of the cast, and in every way possible. Uh, so yeah, if you're looking, like if that's the answer you're looking for in terms of what development, yeah, that is a very major kind of development that I am very interested in. Uh, Apart from, of course, having members from the LGBTQ community, or yeah, so that is something that's something that's very close to me, and that's something that I try to add or have as much as possible, because yeah, that's been also as a storyteller. Even if I were to look at it very in a very selfish way, it adds to your story, because you can't just have a bunch of boys around and make a movie and then talk about whatever you want to, because having women, having people from other communities often adds to a perspective that you may not have had before, and that always makes your film or your story better, richer. So, and there is no one kind or only one group of people who can say a particular story or anything. Anyone can say anything. In fact, that's what makes the whole artistic process richer. When you have everyone from all communities come together do it, because that's art in general. Stories, it's one thing that in itself doesn't look at gender, right? You can be anyone and you can say a story. You can be anyone and say a film and make a film. You can be anyone and act, right? So why should there be any discrimination in wanting to do that? That is where I think that's the sad thing, where society comes into play, and because of how society perceives them or whatever messed up ideas that they have, that sort of comes here. But that's essentially what, say, our generation would have to change and get. And it is changing, but we can do better always. That's the development that I'm going towards. And also overall, in life in future, if I were to talk technically, it would be to make films where the themes are more global and not very just pandering to a particular kind of audience, because I feel that is very limiting. In a way, if you can say a story that is very Indian at heart and very Indian in its characters and in its setting, but the story that you're saying, the theme, if that's global, it can reach a wider audience, and eventually people are people. Whether you're an American or a Korean or an Indian, the emotions are the same. That's why a film like Parasite does so well world over, because the themes are global. So that is what I aspire to do. To eventually bridge the gap between what is considered only an Indian film or only a South film or a North film, and eventually make a film that's Indian in general, at the same time global. I would want to make movies where, say, if a certain uh, part of the story is set in a particular area, I would love to use the language of that area. But I don't think I want to make a all-out regional film. Though I would love to work with technicians who come from the regional industry, because I really genuinely believe that, at least at where we stand right now, they are far truer to their art, and they are far better technicians than what we have in the mainstream industry. So I think having them, working with them, would result in some great stuff. But I don't think I can fully go into regional cinema, because again, I come from the city. I look at things from a very large perspective. Uh, and I really believe that people who come from a particular place, they would be the ones to say those stories much better than me. So yeah, I would love to, in the future, if I get the opportunity, love to empower filmmakers who want to make regional cinema, because I really feel a lot of untapped gems and stories come from this. But yeah. So a lot of the work that happens for my movies, I try to make sure that it's all ready during the pre-production. It's all ready during pre-production. So I have, and it's very intricate actually. At least for me, like there are a lot of filmmakers who actually figure what they want once they go on set. I don't think I operate that way. Like I like to know what I'm going to do and then start improvising post that. So, like my director of photography will know a basic lineup of shots he or she has to take. Uh, my art director would have already set their stuff up, and everybody knows what's going on. I think that's how my sets operate and would operate in the future. That there is no confusion as to what's happening, and then the fun lies in then how do you take it forward. So that's where I work with my actors, where I do workshop with them a little bit, but then I love collaborating with them on set, because then there's a certain sense of improv that comes in, and that often results in some really nice stuff, some good scenes. And then based on what they do, then maybe my brief to the DOP can change, and we can take some extra shots and then make a scene. So I think that's how I approach my sequences, and yeah, and then plus depending on external circumstances, you always have to change your approach. Sometimes, like say if you're running out of time, or if you need to get out of a location quickly, how do you cover something in fewer shots and still keep it cinematic or interesting? Those are things that you can't predict, but you just go on set and figure. That you have more people on a feature film. You have a bigger crew because the work is more and it's more streamlined in that sense. So the division of work is much more defined than a short film. Like on a short film, you often don't have those many people, because oftentimes you're not even paying someone. Everybody is just working as a passion project. So then obviously you have a fewer number of people and you have to double up working. So yeah, so if you are talking about the difference between an art director and a production designer is someone who props up an area. Like if this is your space, then a production designer will make sure to how it looks pretty, or make it look aesthetic as in tune with the movie. But if you are an art director, you focus more on building. You build a set, you design a set, you design certain things. So that's how they work in tandem. But on a short film, Usually you don't have that distinction. You just have a production designer because you work more. You work in like real spaces. It's more about cropping an area and making sure it looks aesthetic enough. So yeah, so overall in short films, the entourage is very small, and that's only what is necessary. Like a DOP is necessary. You need a DOP. You need maybe one AD to help you with coordinating stuff. You have that. You have your editor. You have your sound person. That's that. In films, it's much more like in features. Just make like that's. I think that's what everyone says, and that's what actually makes sense because a lot of people who I've seen in college, my seniors, my juniors, they've always wanted to be filmmakers, but then they don't make movies. So, and I really believe that until you make something, you never know if you actually can do it. And maybe while making it, you might realize you don't like it so much, or you like something else. So it's always important to make it, and if you like it and if you're good at it, to keep making, to find ways. Like you don't have to. Every film doesn't need to be very snaggily produced and made. It can just be shot on your phone, like people say. But the fact is to go out and do it so that your craft keeps improving because the things you learn while making a movie is far more valuable than things you learn in theory while reading up or studying film. So just keep making. Hi, this is Kunal Mehta. Hope you guys had a good time watching this video. Hope you'll gain some insight from it and keep watching my movies as and when they come. Subscribe to Sir. Thank you.